Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here for the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. So this is for the 1st to the 7th of March and will be for the sign of Libra. Okay, let's see what's going on for Libra for the next week. Do remember though the readings are only general. On average they go out to about 1,000, 1,500 people watching the video, so it's a lot of people to try and resonate with. So it only resonates with the people who need the messages. Okay. I'm using the Before Tarot here. Okay, and I have the Ten of Wands coming straight out. So the Ten of Wands signifies the end of a cycle. In the traditional tarot, of course, you see him bearing this on his back. He just hasn't picked up these sticks yet. He's about to. So it says to me that you're closing out something here. You are starting to get to a point where it's sort of ready to put on the back burner now. Oh, we have the Tower coming out. So something here that you're ending is going to bring around some sort of big change in your life. Now, the Tower is something that can be very inner. It can mean that you're breaking down old structures to rebuild, but it can also be very outer, where something happens to sort of change the way you're doing things. I mean, it could be that your job changes, or you have to move house, or something happens. So, but it can also mean, as I said, you can have some sort of epiphany moment that makes you realize you've been building your life on a very faulty foundation. We do have the Ace of Swords. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that story coming through there. This is about living in your truth. This is about understanding who you truly are. So something you're letting go of here is allowing you to understand who you are truly meant to be, because you're moving forward with this sense of clarity, this sense of purpose that you've never had before. And I love that the crown is here, because sort of like you've earned your crown. So whatever you've been working to is about to come around for you. And look at this, you're going off into battle with your sword held high. So you may be going to tell someone a truth, or it may be somebody coming in to speak their truth to you. Perhaps someone who wants a second chance with you here. Wow, 9 of Cups behind that. Wishes coming true. Wow, okay. Let's get into it. So we have the card of equal give and take coming up first. This is about spreading the wealth. This is about understanding that what you put into something you should get back. So maybe you've been in situations, maybe this is the Tower for you. Maybe you have this greater understanding of how others should give back to you. You know, sometimes this is about, say, for example, you being very emotionally invested in someone and showing your love, doing things for them, you know, trying to be the best person you can be. And the other person just takes it and perhaps is negative about it and doesn't appreciate it. And then a relationship becomes very toxic because you're putting in all the energy and the other person's taking or manipulating. So it's sort of like you're understanding that this is what you've done before or you've done in the past, and this is now what you're setting out to find. Okay, so you could have done a lot of inner work here. Sometimes this is about us going deep inside to understand, you know, why we do what we do. It can be something that you've learned from your childhood. It could be something you're completely unconscious of. So you may be doing something in a particular way and not realizing that, you know, you're creating an environment that isn't good for you or doesn't bring you the best. So it's like you're starting to realize this here. Now, sometimes we might not know exactly why we've learned what we learn. Most of the emotional damage is already in place by the time you're 2 years old. So if you've had, you know, sort of childhood issues, sometimes you don't actually see or understand what they are, but they manifest in a way in the world that you have learned to do things because that's what you've been told and you've believed that was the truth. But the Hermit here is coming to tell you that not everything, look, he's shining a light on the Six of Pentacles for you, and he's showing you the star here. So this is in itself is beautiful, because it's like you are actually seeing who you are truly meant to be with this star. Very nice. Okay, so again with the end of cycles, this is letting go of negativity. This is allowing all those, thoughts and things that you did to yourself. I mean, you may have been a person that beat yourself up along the way, and allowed other people to do the same thing because you only loved yourself to that degree. So if you've been raised in a very loveless environment, that may be your idea of what love looks like. So you're leaving this behind here, walking away from this energy. Oh. So there's been a lot of heartbreak and heartache in the past, and you're walking away from this. Something beautiful is about to happen here. Because you're walking away from this negative stuff. You're learning what you've been doing in the past is not serving you. It's very interesting, actually, because I've had a couple of readings like this today. So I feel like this awakening is coming for people. This understanding of this negative behavior, these negative cycles that we've had ourselves on. Something beautiful is about to come out of this, isn't it? I think that you're finding someone who's returning love to you in the way that it should have been. So you maybe have been a person in the past that has had issues with romantic relationships because of the way that you were raised. Because you're now meeting someone here who's going to teach you or show you what real love is about or true love is about. And you are moving away from things that no longer serve you here. And I actually look at this and I think this man is holding her hand while she's getting on the boat here. So I think someone's coming in to really show you what love really looks like. Beautiful. Okay, so you have manifested this, and that's through this work you've done back here. So you've manifested something brand new, something that's coming in that's going to sweep you off your feet. Now, I know that we just talk about this whole romance thing and how it's a fairy tale. So let's say the romancing you or sweeping you off your feet in a very human, down-to-earth and practical way. So here we have this guy who's drinking from a cup here. And the universe up here is offering 3 cups. So it could be that you are actually in a situation now where more than one person is in your life. You may have cleared away some of this negative energy and you may have more than one option here. Very nice. Because I see you looking towards the future, trying to make your mind up which way you want to go. It's like, what do I want here? Do I want to travel this path or that path? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? And look, there you are. So you're coming up as the Queen of Cups. So you're coming up as someone who loves and respects themselves, who places their value in a certain place. Someone's going to show you love enough for you to understand how to love yourself. So when you see love differently, all of a sudden all the stuff that you learned about yourself and you learned as a child about love is not going to exist anymore. You're going to experience true love, and it's been handed to you here. And I feel like it's going to be from more than one person. So maybe you're going to have an opportunity to see what happens when people truly love you. Now, you may not trust this energy to start with because it's not something you've experienced greatly before. But this is going to improve your intuition. It's going to improve your trust. It's going to invest in you the way that you should have invested in yourself but didn't understand what that was. So there's a great deal of self-love here. I really like that beautiful energy. And it's going to come not because other people give you love, because it's not about waiting for someone to come in and give you love. It's not about that. It's about understanding that when somebody truly loves you, this is what it's supposed to be like. It's, not being critical of you. It's not, constantly pulling at your strings, trying to get you to react. It's not about manipulating. This is about really showing someone. I have the card of patience. It's about really showing someone how to love themselves. But if you've always got people who are constantly treating you in a very negative way, then you start to believe that's all you deserve. But this is about having patience. So you're still learning, little butterfly. You're still getting there. Have a fantastic week.